Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 15th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I am responsible for my all-encompassing vibe. So we have Pluto and Mars moving apart from each other. Mars more so moving on with its evolution. Here comes Venus. But as of recording this, just, hearing in the news some more massacre energy, and it brought forward an uncomfortable message for me to share. I'm going to bring this back to me because this is a practice of me. When my awareness is brought to something, anything, whether it's something wonderful or whether it's something terrible, I like to check in with myself as to where this is a reflection of me. I believe that anything that comes into our awareness has some correlation, some connection, some reason that it's in our field. And I mentioned this the other day with Mars and Pluto coming in, that we all have that primal, potentially wounded, angry, frustrated place within us that untended to can lash. So we saw some lashing. We don't know who or why or what or, any of that right now. But there's lashing. We all have that capability. And I think that's one of the things. Because why does this keep happening? And people have all their ideas why. But I think that a bigger why is that all of us have to take that responsibility for our encompassing vibrations. You can show up and be like, I am happy and I am good. But if you have that volcano inside, that vibe does stuff. And can eventually erupt, right? We all have to check these places within us. We all have to take that responsibility. And today's astro and this incoming astro is all pushing us to be really real with ourselves. I love this. The totality card, which I call the be here now card, and the maturity card, really looking into the wholeness of the picture, the wholeness of who we are, not just the pieces that we like, not just the pieces that look good in society. Now, today we have Venus at the final degree of Capricorn for the full day. Venus will shift into Aquarius at 8:05 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. So for the next, 24 hours-ish, we're going to have this 29 degree. And this is definitely a time to check your worth against society. Are you basing your worth on society, on what you show society versus who you really are? And this is really that bridge between Capricorn and Aquarius, where there's expectations from society for how you're, going to live. And yet in Aquarius, those expectations come from spirit more so. For you to show up in your fullness, your full frequency, your full, mature, whole, and holy self. Not just the snippets that look good and sound good. So here we are on the precipice. Notice where you may shut yourself down. Notice where you don't share yourself. Notice where you put your worth on what others in your town, in your job, in your family see in you. Because that kind of stuff feeds the volcano, right? Now at the same time, I've been talking about this. We're building to this North Node Chiron conjunction, which is also so healing potentially for your ultimate you, your ultimate I am self. But it's Aries, and there can be some really strong reaction when it comes to Aries energy, especially when things are suppressed. Now, we have Mercury feeding into this conjunction. Mercury in Aquarius. The Aquarius energy, again, like, are you engaging your vibe, your youiest you, right? But this is also feeding into the South Node. South Node in Libra, where we will try to harmonize outside at the expense of within. So we have these coming up and giving us some layered energies. Moon in Taurus is also going to be squaring that Mercury in Aquarius. So there's a lot of energy around our Mercury, our understanding of ourselves in the world and what we think people want it to be versus the authenticness of you, the authenticity of who you are here to be. We also have the Moon in Uranus. Moon and Uranus meeting up in the afternoon. So there may be some things that trigger these deeper parts of yourself to be looked at. So it's another powerful day. And like I said, this is a really powerful week. As of tomorrow, as of Friday, we have Venus moving into Aquarius. And is it going to be in the evening or is it going to be the next day? I think it's going to be on Saturday. Oh, very early on Saturday. Venus and Pluto are going to meet up. And there's still going to be room for Plutonic colonic and for, that explosive dynamite energy. So keep watching. If you've kind of sailed through and you're like, whew, notice if there's anything you're suppressing. And do your best, again, to see where you can move it through in a healthy way for yourself. So, moment to moment. We're taking this all moment to moment as much as possible. Be here now. Take your time to get present, especially with yourself in this. I think so often, again, the dream, we base so much, and even how others see us, and that's not as important as you showing up in your whole and holy self. I love that I have the maturity and the completion because I feel like they're both it. You being you, it's the perfect puzzle piece for the rest of the world. And we all have work on this because we all been conditioned in ways where we don't fully show up. And yeah, there might be a lot of ways that you do, but I guarantee you there's still a lot of ways that you don't. And we all have that work to do. So, there's my soapbox for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are because you are the solution. Namaste.